Hello everyone. Do you know what's better than games?
Dolphins?
No. The answer's minigames. The inception of a game inside of a game will always amuse me. And today I wanted to tell you about the best set of minigames known to the universe, at least in my opinion. And that would be the Kids Club games from Pokemon Stadium on the Nintendo 64. I dusted off my old cartridge the other day and decided to do a free-for-all, best of 9 stars against 3 AI, all set on hard. The first minigame the Shuffle Gods provided me with was Clefairy Says. Clefairy Says is a memory game in which you recall a sequence of arrows that appear on a chalkboard. It seems pretty adorable with funny dance moves and janky animations, but this classroom is no joke. The Clefairy teacher is a savage demon that will bonk you on the head if you make a single mistake. Only the fittest Clefairy survive and graduate. I managed to make it to the final round after 2 of the NPCs had been savagely beaten to literal tears. And then using my superior adult mind, I achieved a perfect score to win the Clefairy Says minigame. Okay, first minigame down, next up is Sushi Go Round. In Sushi Go Round, you control a Lickitung whilst a man screams in the background. You need to eat as much expensive food as you can and create the largest bill possible. It's basically what would happen if you offered to shout 4 of your friends sushi at an all-you-can-eat sushi train. Sounds easy, but if you're like me and you have bad tongue-eye coordination, it's a nightmare. Also, at one stage, a glitchy Lickitung brawl broke out, and it kind of reminded me of footage of people like fighting over things in shopping centers. Needless to say, despite licking and tonguing as fast as I could, I lost. Which brings us to Snore War. Oh, Snore War. In Snore War, you control a Drowsy staring at a pendulum, and all you need to do is tap A when the pendulum swings into the center. Every time you miss, your Drowsy gets more and more tired, so eventually if you miss enough, you'll fall asleep and just flop onto the ground. Even when the AI is uneasy, I don't think I can beat this one. It feels awful, the response time of your inputs just feels wrong. That in the background makes it feel like I've planeswalked into a Pokemon hellscape. I started off okay, but the pendulum started to speed up and heck, that thing goes fast. Unsurprisingly, my Drowsy flopped onto the floor like a child trying to stay up past midnight, and with that, I'd lost another round. The next minigame was Thundering Dynamo, which is always a complete write-off. This one is blobbing impossible. You just have to button mash A or B with the corresponding lights that appear above the players. You need flipping like jackhammer fingers to win. The round was over and done with in mere seconds, and my poor Pikachu was electrocuted into a toasty little crisp. We now find ourselves at the minigame Rock Harden, named so because there are rocks and use the move Harden. In this minigame, you play as a Kakuna or a Metapod that is being bombarded by what I can only assume is a medieval trebuchet. You have to use the move Harden, otherwise you'll be brutally squished and lose health. However, you can't just spam Harden because using it slowly drains your health as well. Mini strategy. Let's just cut to the chase and say that I wasn't very good at this one. Ow, 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 ow. Please stop. No, please stop. Ow. Ow, ow. If you lose, your Pokemon just falls over and lays there motionless. Is it breathing? Should I call an ambulance? Things were starting to look bad. But the next round offered me a chance at redemption with Run Rattata Run. Think the Olympic 100-meter hurdles, but with Rattata, and the hurdles are unrendered blocks from the prototyping stage of the game's development.
Hello and welcome to the 100-meter Rattata hurdle. They're off. Look at those little buck-toothed athletes fly. Last year, the 3-time world champion was eliminated for evolving into Eradicate mid-race. And don't forget the Puffin scandal of 2016. Coming into the final stages, can Player1 do it? Oh, he's choked straight into a checkerboard dev block. What an absolute flabebe.
Yeah, so basically I was doing well and then I choked on the final block. Let's just move on. So we swiftly moved on to the next one, which was Magikarp Splash. This is another press A a lot minigame. The A button unleashes the power of Magikarp Splash to make it jump and hit a counter. Whoever gets the highest counter score wins. I don't really know what to say about this one other than I splashed my little heart out, but there would be no stars for this Magikarp. With that, it was time for Ekans Hooperl. This one is insane. You have to land your Ekans on Diglets to score points. And you control how far your Ekans flies by adjusting how far you pull back the joystick. This sounds simple enough, but the problem is that Nintendo 64 joystick is about as sensitive as a block of concrete. I don't know anything about basketball, but this is what I imagine it's like to shoot a 3-pointer in an NBA match. You know, if basketball players were Ekans and the ball was Ekans and the ring was a Diglett? Wow, that broke down quickly. I thought for sure I was going to lose, but out of nowhere I got some gold Diglets, which gave me bulk points. And then something unbelievable happened. A golden Diglett appeared with seconds remaining. I let my Ekans fly. Time slowed down as it moved through the air. Right on the buzzer, I landed perfectly on this Diglett, and I flippin' won the round. I flippin' won. Who knew a game of Pokey Horseshoe could be such a rush? After that win, I felt sure I could turn this around. Next up was Dig Dig Dig. In this one you control a Sandshrew and you have to hit the left and right triggers back and forth to dig the fastest hole. I have a special technique for this one, which means I win every time. I basically just Donkey Kong smash on the controller. It feels a bit cheap, but these AI are ruthless, so I'll take what I can get. Plus, look how happy my Sandshrew was that I won. And with that, we'd played through all of the minigames, but it wasn't over. The rounds continued into the night. I mashed, smashed, and twiddled the N64 controller like my life depended on it. There were a few victories, but most rounds ended in defeat. Then just like that, I found myself back where it all began, with Clefairy Says. I was sitting on 4 stars and the yellow AI was on 8. One more win for yellow and it was all over. At this point, my adult ego kicked in and I did something I'm not proud of. I grabbed a pen and paper and prepared to cheat my way to victory because adults don't lose at the kids club. The first round started and I quickly discovered 2 things. 1, the time given to you is less than you think. And 2, I'm a really bad multitasker. I got kicked out almost immediately. Now I just had to pray that the yellow AI lost. It was close. It went all the way to the last round and then ended in a flippin' tie. I didn't know what this meant at the time. I didn't know if no one got points or one person got points. Turns out they both get a star, and that meant that yellow had won. And just like that, I brought shame to my child self. I guess I learned a valuable lesson today. Cheating in a children's game, even if you're an adult and your pride is on the line, is not okay. We can't all lick a tongue the most sushi or magic the most carp, but that's okay. Just be honest and fair and have fun. But yeah, anyway, I suck at this game. Let me know in the comments if you have any minigames from your childhood that you adore, and maybe I'll check them out. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching, bye!